Australia, the world's most fascinating continent. A different surprise in every corner, a different story in every habitat. But one of the most impressive inhabitants of these lands often doesn't get the attention it deserves. An animal that can wait motionless for hours in the depths of rivers, in the silence of swamps, or right by the water's edge. And right now, you're seeing it. It's hard to know where to begin when talking about this animal's strength, because that strength isn't found in a single trait, it's hidden in everything about it. In its body, its reflexes, every cell perfected over millions of years. The saltwater crocodile, the world's largest reptile, carries one of the oldest legacies of power on this planet, 200 million years. Dinosaurs came and went. Ice ages came and went. Continents drifted apart. But this animal has always been here, always carrying the same patience, always carrying the same power. So how exactly can this power come to life in our minds? If you're ready, I'll answer. An adult male saltwater crocodile can weigh up to 700 kilograms. 700 kilograms. To put that into perspective, consider this. Formula One race cars weigh around 800 kilograms, and that weight represents a structure optimized with the most advanced engineering technology. Now, reimagine that weight, but instead of carbon fiber and titanium, use muscle, bone, and armor. That's the saltwater crocodile, nature's own engineering marvel, but this size alone doesn't tell the whole story. To truly understand this animal, you have to look at how it moves, how it hunts, and how it thinks. And that's where things get much more interesting. Capable of reaching 30 kilometers per hour underwater. This animal is also surprisingly fast on land. It can reach 17 kilometers per hour over short distances. That might not sound like much, but for a 700-kilogram body to achieve that acceleration is, from a biomechanical standpoint, an incredible feat. Moreover, this speed happens almost instantly from a standstill. This isn't a reflex. It's explosive power. Raw, pure, calculated explosive power. And we haven't even gotten to the most impressive part yet. This animal's bite force is one of the highest values scientists have ever measured, 1,700 kilograms per square centimeter. To put that number into perspective, consider this world-renowned strength athlete, Brian Shaw, managed to lift over 500 kilograms at the peak of his career, one of the most impressive feats of strength in human history. The saltwater crocodile's jaws generate a force many times greater than that in a single bite. It shatters bones, deforms steel. No armor can withstand this force. But here's the truly fascinating part. This bite isn't just a display of strength. There's intelligence behind it. There's strategy. And this strategy makes the animal not just powerful, but genuinely terrifying. Look at how the saltwater crocodile hunts. It can wait motionless for hours, sometimes even days. Only its eyes and the tip of its snout are visible above the water's surface. Everything else is submerged, completely silent, completely still. This isn't patience. It's a calculated move. Every movement, every breath, every second is part of a calculated wait. Do you know what happens when the prey approaches the water's edge? The saltwater crocodile's attack reflex kicks in the exact time it takes a human to blink. So by the time the prey notices, the time needed to react has already passed. This isn't just a hunting technique, it's a biological perfection that defies the laws of physics. And what comes into play with that attack is the death roll. After catching their prey, crocodiles perform a maneuver by spinning around their own axis. This is called the death roll. Engineers have to use special simulations to calculate the torque generated during this movement, because the force is so immense that standard formulas fall short. Imagine a 700-kilogram body spinning around its own axis with its full weight. Nothing subjected to this force can maintain its integrity. So where does this power come from? It comes directly from its tail. The saltwater crocodile's tail is the animal's true powerhouse. It accounts for about 1/3 of its body weight, and its muscle structure is so dense that researchers liken it to a hydraulic system when studying it. With a single tail stroke in the water, its 700-kilogram body instantly gains speed. This acceleration is so sudden that the water feels almost solid. This power doesn't diminish on land either. Most reptiles move by dragging their bellies. But the saltwater crocodile tucks its legs under its body and can actually walk. It can even gallop run at full speed. A 700-kilogram reptile galloping. Try to visualize that scene in your mind. But this animal's power isn't just physical. Its mind works just as impressively as its body. Saltwater crocodiles can track individual prey. They learn which animals come to the water's edge at what time, which routes they take, and where they are during which seasons, and position themselves accordingly. Scientists have observed these animals tracking the same prey for weeks and patiently waiting for the perfect moment. This is not instinct. It is a hunting intelligence that has been learned, developed, and perfected over time. And it's also worth noting that this intelligence is used not just for hunting, but for survival as well. Saltwater crocodiles can regulate their body temperature with remarkable precision. This animal warms up by basking in the sun in the early morning hours and cools off by entering the water during the midday heat. This thermoregulation works so efficiently that crocodiles can slow their metabolism to an incredible degree when they go without food. They can survive for years on very little food. It takes a moment to process this information, because for a 700-kilogram body to function for years on minimal energy is almost unimaginable optimization. In the world of engineering, this is called efficiency. And no machine is as efficient as this animal's body. 700 kilograms, an attack reflex as quick as the blink of an eye. A biting force of 1,700 kilograms. The death roll, a tail that functions like a hydraulic system. The ability to go without food for years. And behind all of this, a cool-headed, calculating intelligence. This animal is the Australian saltwater crocodile. But what comes to mind when you hear that name? A large reptile. A dangerous creature. Now, those descriptions feel inadequate, don't they? Because this animal doesn't fit into any single category. It is a perfectly flawless system of power, possessing an ancient heritage where every feature complements the next. And this system is no accident. The saltwater crocodile skin functions like armor. Ossified skin plates, called osteoderms, cover the animal's back and sides. These plates are so hard that even small caliber bullets struggle to penetrate them. But here's the interesting part. This armor also functions like a heat sensor. Thanks to the blood vessels running through it, it detects ambient temperature and regulates body temperature accordingly. Both armor and sensor. Two distinct functions in a single structure. And today, we struggle to install sensors in many armored vehicles, even those used by soldiers. Because simply installing these sensors often creates security vulnerabilities. You have to drill through that hard steel for the sensor mechanisms, set aside a specific space for the sensor, and leave the area behind it open. Even if you manage to do all of this flawlessly, eventually you'll need to perform maintenance on that sensor, which means you'll have to remove it and reinstall it perfectly. But this saltwater crocodile has all of this perfectly. It has both the sensor and flawless armor, and no maintenance costs. Moreover, both the armor and the sensor continue to regenerate, moment by moment, thanks to its cells. Its eyes also function in a similar two-layered manner. It has a transparent eyelid that sharpens its vision underwater. In other words, this animal doesn't close its eyes when diving. It simply activates this additional layer. In dark waters, murky currents, and even at midnight, it possesses perfect vision. And this vision is not only highly sensitive to light, but also to movement. It instantly detects the slightest tremor on the water's surface, the faintest ripple. Now put all these features together. Early morning, a riverbank. Only 2 eyes are visible on the water's surface. Beneath it, a 700-pound body lies completely motionless, completely silent, waiting. Its skin measures the temperature around it. Its eyes record every tremor on the surface. Its mind awaits the prey it has been tracking for weeks. And when the exact moment arrives, everything changes in the blink of an eye. This is not just a hunting scene. It is a diamond, a jewel that has survived. From the dusty pages of history to the present day, a superpower that has inspired humanity in fields such as engineering and even medicine. That is why this animal is Australia's most powerful creature. Power isn't just about muscles. Power is every trait working in perfect harmony. Power is what emerges when patience and speed come together in a single body. It is even the inspiration this animal has given us, the patience it has taught us. And at times, it is the sense of wonder it instills in us. The saltwater crocodile knows this. It has always known. Dinosaurs went extinct. Ice ages came and went. Climates changed, continents drifted, species emerged and vanished. Yet this animal has never changed. Because it had no need to dot, And perhaps the greatest proof of its strength is that, despite all these years of history, it is still among us and continues its lineage even if it has no idea. The fact that I'm making this video and that you're watching it, who knows? Maybe there are even stronger animals among us, and I'll tell you about them in my other videos. Stay tuned so we can keep exploring and learning together.